Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dash Trader Newsroom. And this is our week one review of the number one best trader fall competition. This is week one review. Big welcome to everybody. Great job to all of our competitors. My name is Michael DeJoy. I'm the Director of Educational Services here at Dash Trader. And I want to just say that we've had a phenomenal week one of the competition running from November 3rd to November 7th. That is today. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster of a week, and I want to give a big round of applause to Best 461 from the Bear and Bull Traders community with a $6,335 gain today, compiling, adding to their already spectacular gains for the week. $34,359.61. That is quite a week one set of gains. That is definitely the number to beat. We have second place, which is Best 1073, one of our own DAS competitors, and with total gains for the week 1,839. And we've seen this pattern before, everybody, where just being positive is fantastic. It keeps you on the board, not pressing your luck. We've seen a lot of ups and downs. We had a very green first day, and then we saw a lot of the traders lose their gains as the week went on, with the exception of Best 461. On coming into third place, we have Best 1100 or 1100, also from our Bear Bulls Traders group. They made $1,113 today, bringing them to a total of $1,496.60. We have traders number 4 through 7, and you can see that only 7 traders are on our leaderboard, because again, most traders, they are just being negative puts them all the way at the bottom of the leaderboard. We still have a lot of people who haven't started even competing yet. Not sure what you guys are waiting for. You only got until the 15th to start trading, so your clock is ticking. So if you want to stay in the game, you got to start trading now. So let's jump right in. And the first stock I want to mention is a stock that had a little bit of risk, which was PHIO. It was our day one most active traded stock. However, it fell under the $5 range. So when you trade stocks that are under $5, that is a possible rule violation if you're using margin. We did have some people trade it, and we did have to remove some trades on the first day of the competition. But then everybody kind of got used to the rules once again, and jumped right on board and traded pretty well and traded effectively. But PHIO was a stock. It was one of these stocks that comes out of left field, pops and drops, and everybody's trading it for that day. And then sure enough, it was a stock that some people used improper margin. It would not have been realistic trading, being able to short that or to trade it the way that they were trading it. So we removed those trades, and that just lets you know that we are being vigilant to the rules. But let's jump right in and take a look next at HTZ, which is Hertz Corporation. I'm just going to pop up my Dash Trader real quick. This is Dash Trader HTZ. Let's bring it up. I mean, you could automatically see that this stock pretty much from the beginning of the week popped up into that tradable range above $5. And you can see traders were all over that. That was on Tuesday's trading, and you can see that HTZ ran from basically $5 all the way up almost into the $7 and 20 720 area. It then faded back down, retouched the area that it gapped up to, and then it moved and faded the gap back up. Now it's kind of formed like a bull pennant formation, but certainly a stock that's been moving and probably is going to continue to move based on this daily chart. If you take a look at the daily chart, that is usually a pattern that is a bull pennant in a bull pennant. So you got two time frames, clearly coinciding. It looks like a bull flag formation on the daily, and it's a bull pennant on the 5 minute. So certainly a stock that to keep an eye on going into week two of the competition. The next one is STGW. So let's take a look at STGW. Let's just see this here. STGW. All right, let's see. There you go. Well, this is really, again, the same kind of, as I would call this a popper and a dropper, because it just popped and dropped. But certainly, when you get this kind of market volatility, you get a lot of short selling, and you get a lot of people trying to trade it on the long side as well. But certainly, this was a better short because it just popped and straight up dropped as the day went on. That was yesterday was the big pop. NVVE. Let's take a look at NVVE. So I have a feeling that this competition, just from VVE, just from the looks of it, this is an extremely low price stock. So again, this is one that you trade at your own risk. Extremely low priced, but you can trade it. You just can't use any margin on it. So the traders, because this is so low priced, people were trading it and just using their 25K buying power. So not being able to use margin, trading these on a cash basis allows you to trade them. Obviously, on the short side, it is not something that you can do because short automatically uses some margin. But again, this is one that you trade at your own risk, and because it is very low priced, you can certainly make decent moves if you have a large enough position, but you are taking some risk by just trading this um, low price stock. They do tend to be a little bit more heavily manipulated. The last on our list is ORGO. ORGO, again, this was a big mover today. Gapped up. I mean, really a beautiful gap up from the 390 area into our tradable range above $5, making it a marginable security. And this is seems to be the pattern that the number one best trader competition competitors seem to love the most. It's these lower price stocks that pop into tradable marginable range. And of course, this is one that made a big move up, pulled back. Let's just take a look on a little bit of a smaller time frame. You can see that from the gap up, it made a beautiful initial run. Just going to move this over a little bit. It made a really beautiful initial run from gapping up to $5, right within range of using margin, and it ran all the way up to $6.10. Subsequently, it pulled back into the 550 area range, and then probably traders just scalped it back and forth. But you can see that this one was perfect for our number one best trader competition because it gapped right above $5, and then it was off to the races for ORGO slide. So I just want to just review some of our rules and just give a word to the wise to all of our competitors. Please review your trading strategy. I mean, this is a good time for you to look back and say, well, what's been working for me this week? What's made my week successful? And if I had a day where I was up a lot and I gave all those gains away, what made me unsuccessful? What made me lose my gains that were so hard fought? So have I made any mistakes? What were the mistakes that I made? If I made those mistakes, I should eliminate those mistakes. And I mean, looking at this competition as a great learning endeavor is a great way to look at this. So, what have you learned so far? Okay, what have you learned not to do? Possibly, if you were one of those traders, I would say from what I can remember on Monday, of the 9 traders that traded stocks under $5, about 7 of them, we did them a favor because we removed losses. That those under $5 stocks were stocks that they had lost money on. The ones that did make money, of course, going through all the effort and time to make money on a stock, then to find out that you use margin inappropriately, probably not the best use of your time either. So staying away from those $5 stocks might be a good idea. Important reminders, and we have not had too many problems this time at all. Overnights are not allowed in this competition, as well as we are being a little bit stricter for the under $5 that you can trade them. But yes, you have to trade them with extreme caution and not use margin. If you have not traded yet, be sure that you start trading by next Friday. That is 11/14. The 15th falls on a Saturday. So if you do not trade next week, by Friday, you will be disqualified from the competition for not participating. And I mean, obviously, I don't know why you would sign up for a competition and then not participate, but certainly doesn't seem like a good use of your time to go through all that trouble. So this is pretty much the end of our week 1 review. I want to commend all of our competitors, and I want to congratulate. I'm just going to go back and just make sure I say the numbers right. I want to congratulate our top 3 traders. That's best 461, best 1073, and best 1100. I want to commend all of you on doing a fantastic job. And I want to commend best 1109 and best 445 and best 1111, as well as best 556, and anybody else who is green and profitable going into the first week of the competition. And anybody who's not green and profitable, it is never too late. You can totally turn it around. Learning consistency is the best way to learn how to trade, and certainly getting excellent trading experience from this competition is a great way to make everybody a winner. So stay up to date with all things DAS by signing up for our monthly newsletters. Simply fill out the form at the bottom of the webpage at dastrader.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dash Trader TV for the newsroom reminders and alerts. Follow us on social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And again, this is Michael DeGioia. Thank you to all of our competitors for making this first week very memorable. Trade well, everybody. And anybody who's not in the top 10, certainly realize you got 3 weeks to go to turn it around. We have seen some incredible upsets. And some traders just pop in there and score a big win right at the end. So this is still anybody's competition. Trade well, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend.